Hi, I'm Rachel, and this video is going to show a variation on front wrap cross carry that can be done with twins and avoids the problem of it being difficult to get the second baby in and then tightened once the first baby's in, and also avoids the problem of them kind of ending up slumped together. It's going to have kind of a double pouch in the front, and this takes a long wrap, probably a 7. This is a size 7, and you want to start about, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 feet off center, which is kind of enough to go around your body an extra time, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making an extra horizontal pass to go around your body an extra time. So I'm going to start with the wrap here, a little bit off center, and then I've got a short side and a long side, and in the back we're going to take the short side first, up and over the other shoulder, and that matters that the short side goes up first, because otherwise the long side will get tangled when you make your double pass. Then you're going to take your long side, pass it back to your other hand, and you're going to do the same. So now in front we've got 2 tails, and we've got 1 horizontal pouch. One tail is short, like about down to the floor, and the other one is long, down to the floor and then some. Alright, so here, if this is a carry that would work for newborn twins, you don't need a lot of slack for twins. So don't get your pouch like this and then put your baby in. You want it to be already pretty snug to begin with before you put in a baby. And I don't have twins, but I have our groups of lovely baby rain dolls, the Grinch and the baby in pink. So we're going to start with the Grinch. He's going to be baby number 1. It doesn't matter which baby you put in first. If you have a heavier baby, you might want to just kind of pick up whichever one is fussier. So I'm going to position, if this was a real baby, the baby so that its head is in kind of the hollow of my shoulder. Its bum is going to be, just kind of at my rib cage. And then on real newborn, when you hold them by their head like this, their legs just kind of naturally curl up into the right position, kind of like I'm doing with the Grinch's legs here. So that's the position you want your baby to be in. So I'm going to lift this baby up in burp position, and then I'm going to reach under here and find the baby's legs and bum, kind of guide the baby down and through while I'm lifting the wrap up, so the wrap's going to be at the top of the baby's neck. And now I'm going to take these little feet out and let the baby bend their legs in the fetal position they would normally take. So it'll be legs out, but it'll look more like just feet sticking out the bottom. And then I want to reach kind of inside and through, and I'm going to get a lot of wrap up and under the baby, about to the baby's belly button. Alright, so this baby's good. And now I'm going to tighten, get that arm in. I'm going to tighten this horizontal pouch all the way around this baby. So the key to wrapping is not just grabbing the whole tail and yanking, because that kind of just leaves extra slack in. It's taking each strand. So I'm going to start at the top rail, which is here, and I'm going to pull what's the top of my shoulder and tighten that. Then I'm going to do the middle. The middle is really important with the newborn so they don't end up slumping. So let's tighten some through the middle. Sometimes you can kind of like pinch and grab, pinch and grab, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, etc. Now this baby floated over a little bit, so I'm just going to kind of do a little shift, keep him so his head is in the hollow of this shoulder. And now this tail I'm going to pin between my knees. I'm going to work with the other one. And same thing here, I'm going to strand by strand tighten this. So I still have slack in the top. I'm going to kind of feed it under my armpit, pull it up, then through the middle and through the bottom. So this baby is very snug. And now this baby's not going anywhere. If you leave a little roll of fabric here, about up to the top of the baby's ear, and tighten that, they've even got a little bit of head support so that you can now bend over and get the next baby. Now, before we get the next baby though, we're going to make a second pouch here. So this really long tail, I'm actually going to take it under my arm and strand by strand tighten that across my back. And then I'm going to take it under this one, which I'll pin back in between my knees so I don't gain any slack with the second baby. And I'm going to bring this one around the first baby, under or over its legs, and then up around in the back. So now it's almost like I'm doing a whole nother front wrap cross carry here. So the second baby is going to go in between these 2 layers of fabric on this side with their head positioned here. You'll position the second baby in the exact same way that you did the first. So I'll pick up this baby. This one's not as nice as the Grinch because for 1 it makes noise, and for 2 its legs don't bend. So this baby won't look as great, but we're going to go ahead and reach through the second pouch, leaving that first pouch there where the baby is, and guide the baby's legs down while you're kind of pulling the wrap up and around the baby. And this baby's going to be positioned on the opposite shoulder, kind of in the hollow of that shoulder. Get these little arms in so they're not pinching each other. Alright, so now we got two twins, they're looking at each other. This one is in the next pouch, and so we're going to do the same thing with this baby's legs in this pouch, but this one doesn't move. But if you hold their bum, their legs will naturally kind of go up into a fetal position. So you can just kind of tuck the wrap up and under. You can reach in between and make a seat for that baby, pulling the wrap up to their belly button. And then, just make sure this is okay on the second baby's legs. Bring it around. And now we're going to tighten this pouch by just tightening this one tail that we're left with. So, top rail through the middle so it's not slumping on the baby's back, so the baby's not ending up kind of curled into themselves. And now this is pretty snug and secure. This baby's legs don't look right at all, but a real baby would work better. And now this should be secure enough that you feel like you can go like this. Like you could lift your tails and both babies are going to be very well held. If you're not at that point, you need to go back and re-tighten up. So they should be snug enough that their body's not curling. You can get 2 fingers under their chin. They're not slumped together or pushed together. So then we can just kind of straighten out the shoulder, get it comfortable. And there's a lot of options from here. If you're working with a woven wrap, you can leave these bunched, and you could go straight down, go under baby 1's legs, and then under all the rest of the legs, and then in the back, and then this one would go under baby 2's legs, under all the rest of the legs, and then that can tie in the back. Another option, if you're leaving them bunched with the woven wrap, is that you could go over all of the legs and under baby 2's legs, and then in the back. Or you could go over all of these legs, I can't find the Grinch's foot there, but under baby 1's leg, and then just tie that in the back. Alright. Another option, especially if you have a stretchy wrap, which you would want to do, if you're working with the Moby, is you can spread this whole side over and across both babies, and then under baby number 2's leg, and then same on the other. Is that top rail? Across both babies, gather at the bottom and under baby number 1's leg. And then just tie in the back. You can tie a double knot. If a baby falls asleep, they want their head kind of tucked, or they need more head support, you can tuck their head in these little shoulder straps. Same here. So now you've got 2 babies in one long wrap. That would work with a size 7.